everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm going to do an original tag, which I think this is original because I searched the YouTubes and did not see it anywhere else, but as you can see from the title, I am doing the nostalgia book tag. So let's just get right into it. My first question is, what book made you want to keep reading? And for that, I obviously chose Harry Potter. I mean, once I read these books, I was really solidified in my desire to really read and enjoy series, even if they're big, even if they were a little bit daunting. My next question is, what was the first fandom that you became a part of? And I loved Harry Potter, but I don't think I really got involved in it until I was older with the community. So the first book that I really fangirled hard for and really joined the fandom was Twilight. As you can see, I have a much loved version here, and I guess I'm going to add a second part to the question and ask if you have any embarrassing photos. And I have several, so I think right here will be a montage of them. Scary, yeah. Question 3 is, what was the first book that you read at school that you actually enjoyed? And the first book that I read that my teacher didn't read to me that I really enjoyed was A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. I think that's how you say it. It was the first book that I was like, hey, sometimes they assign you some good books to read in school. And I really started liking fantasy and paranormal stuff after reading that book. Alright, question 4 is the first book that scared the daylights out of you. I know for a lot of people that's going to be Goosebumps, but I never really got into those, I read them. But the first book that really scared me, we read in my 3rd grade class, our teacher read it to us, and that was The House on Hackman's Hill by Joan Lowry Nixon. And I had nightmares for weeks after that one. I don't know if anyone else read it, if I'm weird in having read this, but it was about a house, a haunted house that had Egyptian, what am I trying to say? There was a mummy, there was a sphinx, and it was really creepy, and I did not like it at all. Question 5 is a children's book series that you read every book from. Aside from Harry Potter, that series for me is Junie B. Jones by Barbara Park. And I read those really young. My teacher actually read them to me, to our class, starting out in 2nd grade, and then they continued on after that. And I have all of the books. They're packed away somewhere downstairs. Question 6 is, which fictional character did you most want to be when you grew up? And for me, that's easy. Hermione Granger. Yeah, I think she was awesome, and she was a good example for girls being smart and being powerful, so I wanted to be Hermione. Again, most people my age. Question 7 is, first book turned movie that you truly hated. And that one is incredibly easy. Enough said. I don't need to say any more. Question 8 is, which current series do you feel you'll be nostalgic for in 10 years? 10 or 15 years down in the future, and I think that series for me is definitely going to be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love these books, and I will be so sad when they are done, and I will feel such nostalgia when they're talked about again. And question 9 is, who inspired you to be a reader? And I think this is an important question to look back on, to kind of thank those people who really helped you foster a love for reading. Mine was a combination of people. My mom was a big reader, my mom is a big reader, not saying that she isn't anymore. And so that really encouraged me to read books. She would read books to me every night, so I really enjoyed it. My grandma's a reader too. And then a lot of teachers really inspired me. Like I said, in 2nd grade, my teacher, Mrs. Livermore, she read us Junie B. Jones books every day. And when I got into 8th grade, I had a teacher called Mrs. Woods, and she really encouraged me to write as well. So I think it's really important to recognize who your inspirations were and say thank you, because now we're all here, we're all loving books, and yeah, it's good stuff. Alright, and that's the end. 10 is tags. So I have a couple people to tag since this is an original one. Usually I'll say anyone who wants to do it should do it, but to get the ball rolling I'm gonna name a few people. So on my list I have Liana Reviews, Tanya Elizabeth, Leah Kate Wright, Casey Ann Books, Christina Horner, A Book Utopia, Benjamin of Tomes, Jessie the Reader, Poland Bananas Books, and Caddy-tastic. Oh, and Bookables. Bookables too. Oh, and one more quick thing. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of Stormy Smith, her book Bound by Duty, and the sequel Bound by Spells. It is almost the first birthday of Bound by Duty, and so she's having a huge like live streaming party on Thursday the 23rd of July. So she's doing a big giveaway, like live streaming party where you can ask her questions, and she's having some guest authors on there that are also going to be giving away prizes. I really want as many people as possible to go to this because there will be some cool stuff being given out, and I'm excited to attend. So if you want more information about that, that'll be below. I believe there are 2 sessions. There's one from like 12 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then one from 7 to 9. Can confirm it is 7 to 9 for the second session. So if you can't make the one during the day, if you have work, you can come at night, and even just to stop by for a little bit will be fun because I'll be there and I'll interact as well. Alright guys, well if you've made it this far, thank you for stopping by my little book nook of the internet. And as always, if you want to do this tag, if you are inspired by it, or if you have embarrassing photos from your fandom's past that you would like to share, please do it. If I didn't tag you, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.